the Scarlets, later known as the Five Satins, here on the Boss Hogg Radio Network. Good morning. Welcome into the Rock and Roll Revival. Sal T with you. And I want to take this time to introduce a very special young lady, very special business. Her name is Amada Anderson, and she has a business called Winterhaven Food Tours. Good morning, Armada. How are you?
Good morning, Sal. I'm wonderful. Thank you. How are you?
I am doing great. Now, you have something extremely unique, and you do it in the Winterhaven area. Why don't you tell our listeners a little bit about what Winterhaven Food Tours actually is?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can come and join me downtown, and what we do is I have about 6 different food tours options that you can choose. For example, I have one called Cirro Sweet Tooth Dessert Tour, and on that tour we meet and we visit several different places that you can try different desserts. So you can do desserts that are like cake pops. We do cannolis, we do flan, so you get a taste in a variety of different desserts. And in the afternoon flavors tour, we also visit several different restaurants and we sample like appetizers and drinks. And yeah, it's a fun time. It's a good fun time. It takes about 2.5 to 3 hours to visit these different places, but there's so much variety downtown that it makes it a really pleasant experience.
Now, you also do, basically, it's a walking tour. Now, do you do some of the historic sites in Winterhaven along with the tour that you do?
Absolutely. We visit Graham Parsons Dairy Down, and we also talk about the Winterhaven Chamber of Commerce and the architecture of the building with that Jean Leedy built. We talk about how the city was founded, and we visit the first Publix store location. So yeah, there's history and there's architecture and there's food culture as well.
Now, you do tours different times of the day. I was looking at some of your information. You have the brunch tour, you have the sweet tooth tour, you have the happy hour tour. Now, what does that one include? Let's say somebody wants to do the happy hour tour.
Absolutely. So that starts at 4:30, and we visit, for example, Tempo 1930, and there we'll have like a sangria or a cocktail. We also go to Union Tap Room. So you can pour your own beer if you've never had that experience. You get to try different IPAs and ales, craft beers. And then we also go to like Grove Roots Brewery and Barrel 239. We go to Jensen's, Jesse's Lounge. And so we get to go to several different places and taste different types of beer that are offered in the unique restaurants that are there. Yeah, it's a good time.
So if somebody wants to get a hold of you and they want to book one of these tours, what's the phone number and the email address?
Oh, absolutely. So our phone number is 863-288-0038. So again, that's 863-288-0038. And I can be reached at info@winterhavenfoodtours.com.
All right, hang on a minute. I'm going to do a quick song by Kenny Rogers, and I got some more questions I'd like to ask you, so hang on just a minute, Armada.
Thank you.
All righty, and we've got 1042 here on the Boss Hogg Radio Network. Apologize for a little bit of the noise. Some fellas are working on the roof here at the radio station, and it's going to be a little bit noisy, but in the meantime, I've got Armada Anderson with Winterhaven Food Tours, and we were talking before the commercial. You've got something called the Ghost Tour, and you also have something for children now, right?
Yes. I am combining basically like the Sweet Tooth Tour, and the Ghost Tour for the kids. So it's called Trick or Treat and Tasting Sweets downtown Winterhaven. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to different places to get the sweets and the treats. And then we'll also talk about some of the history and some of the ghost stories of Spooky Polk County.
That sounds interesting. Now, let me ask you this, Amada. With this COVID stuff going around. Any kind of restrictions with that now? That I know it's affecting everybody in business, but is there anything they should know about as far as this COVID-19 stuff going around?
Yes, we are taking every precaution that we can as far as COVID goes. So there's always wipes available. Almost all of the restaurants have a sanitizing spray. So when we go to split a dessert and things like that, we're always spraying and washing our hands. Everybody gets their own plate, and you get to take your mask down, you get to eat, and then you can put your mask back on. So we do social distancing. And, I do ask everybody if they've gotten their vaccine shots. And, we try the best that we can to maintain our distance and spray our hands and keep our hands clean. And so far everybody has done that. I haven't had any issues. And it's been a nice, safe, time.
All right, good. And again, the phone number if they want to book a tour with you?
Absolutely. It's 863-288-0038. And they can also visit the website. Yep.
On the website. And let's have that one also.
Yep. Winterhavenfoodtours.com.
All right. Hang on a second. I'm going to do something by Olivia Newton-John, and I'll be right back with you.
Okay.
Well, this is Olivia Newton-John. I honestly love you here on the Boss Hogg Radio Network. Sal T with you. Welcome into the Rock and Roll Revival. On the phone is Armada Anderson with a very unique business called Winterhaven Food Tours. Now, Armada, I want to bring one thing to our listeners' audience. You do not have to be from Winterhaven to do this. And no matter where you're listening in the area, they can take part in this, correct?
Absolutely. Yep.
And again, I apologize for the noise. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. Is what's most interesting to me is I did partner with TripAdvisor, Viator, and so people who are coming into the Orlando area are seeing the food tour and they're going, oh, it's only 45 minutes away, and so they come and they're visiting Winterhaven for the first time. I think Winterhaven is mostly, if you ask anybody about Winterhaven, they would say Legoland is like the biggest attraction. But I've had quite a few people that have come and they were like, I've never even heard of Winterhaven. I never even knew there was this cool little downtown area. And then recently I had a retired couple who moved to the area, and they live over in Cypress Gardens now, and they had never had an opportunity to go downtown. And so their son had purchased them tickets for the food tour, and they were like, this was the best thing we could have gotten. They got to see all the different restaurants. They didn't even go down Central Avenue. They had just went to Richard's Coffee or something, and then they're like, I didn't know all these little places existed. And so people who are locals or just moving here, if you haven't been downtown in a while, come and take my tour. I think you'll enjoy it. Things have changed down there, and a lot of new businesses are opening, new bakeries, new coffee shops. So yeah, it's a lot of fun.
All right, and give us that phone number again, Armada. One
Sure.
more time.
863-288-0038.
And the website?
The website is winterhavenfoodtours.com.
All right, Armada, thank you so much for being part of the Boss Hogg Radio Network. Thank you for advertising with us. And again, it's Winterhaven Food Tours. I promise I'm going to get out there one day and try it because I love to eat. And I'm going to take you up on your offer and do this. And again, good luck to you. And again, one more time on the phone number for Winterhaven Food Tours.
Yes, thank you. And I would love to have you. It's 863-288-0038.
Amada, thank you so much for being part of the Boss Hogg Radio listening audience.
Thank you.